You're listening to This Is My Side Hustle. The tips, tools, and advice you need to optimize your life live here. If you're looking to unlock the secrets to additional income by engineering your choices around your ideal lifestyle, you're in the right place. Stay tuned and join us as we unpack unconventional ideas and methods to give you more freedom and flexibility. Let's escape the rat race together and live with intention. Let's learn how others are making it pay with their side hustles. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 25 of This Is My Side Hustle. Today I'm going to be talking about places you can get paid for reviews or get free or cheap things in exchange for reviews. Now, the ones I'm going to be going over today do not require you to be a blogger or have a blog or even be an influencer. You mainly just need to have an Amazon account, an email address, and a few of them, like if you have a couple of social media platforms, but most people are somewhere on social media. They don't have limits on or requirements on how many followers you need to have or likes you need to have or anything like that. These are very easy for just an entry-level person who's just getting started with some quick side hustles, or someone who just wants to make a little extra money on the side in their spare time can take advantage of. Before I get started though, I want to give a few updates. I'm moving from a weekly podcasting schedule to a bi-weekly one. The main reason for that is just that, number one, I haven't had any guests apply to be on the show yet. So if you've been thinking about it, go to makingitpaytostay.com/voicemail and you will find a link there to apply to be on the show. I also haven't really had the desire. I was going to say time, but I really do have time. I don't really have the desire at this point to start reaching out to a bunch of people to get them on the show. I'm still trying to figure out what types of people I want to interview, what people's side hustles are that I really want to promote. So I haven't really been doing a lot of that. And I've really been trying to build in more and more margin in my life. And it's made my life so much better. I got off of Facebook earlier this year in May, and I still have a Facebook account that's only used for business. But I only have clients as friends so that I can monitor their social media accounts, and my husband's in case, something happens to me and he needs to get on there and contact anybody. But I don't have any actual friends on that account, and it has been huge as far as just peacefulness in my life and giving me margin. I didn't really realize how much time I wasted on Facebook. And then you get sucked into this rabbit hole and you go to answer somebody's message and you're on there for 20 minutes scrolling, seeing stuff that you really don't care about, things ticking you off that you want to make a snarky remark about, or just stuff that's completely irrelevant. And it's a big time suck. So getting off of Facebook in May has been tremendous in getting me started on putting a lot more margin in my life. I feel a lot less stressed now. I'm busy with my family, but that's about it. I've really put a lot of margin into my working hours and really nailed down a schedule that works well. My kids are in school during the day, and I finally feel like I have some me time. I'm able to read more. I'm able to do more things and get outside more and not be so exhausted and dreading every little social event that comes up. And I used to always kind of resent some things when, people would ask you to do something or go somewhere. And it's not that I didn't want to be invited, but it was that I had some free time finally, and I felt like it was taken away from me because I was so stressed and busy in other areas of my life, but really a lot of that was my own fault. So if you feel like you're overwhelmed or stressed or whatever, take a look at some of the things that are just eating up your time that you don't need to do. And I don't think my podcast is a waste of time. However, I don't need to be doing it every week. It takes a while to come up with an idea, to take notes, to create links, to create the show notes and graphics and edit the podcast and publish it. And I figured, well, if I do it every other week, it'll give me a couple more hours in my month to do something that is probably more fulfilling to me or more income producing for me. So just take that into consideration. I might change that in the future. I might step it up and go back to weekly podcasts. I doubt I will do more frequent than weekly podcasts. And I might step it down a little more. I might do once a month or something like that. We'll see how things go. But as of now, I'm going to be doing bi-weekly podcasts. So every other Wednesday, unless something comes up, you can expect a podcast out from me. Another thing I wanted to update you guys on is Poshmark. If you did not listen to the episode about why I'm obsessed with Poshmark as a side hustle, go back and check that one out. I've been really pleased. I didn't start it all that long ago. I believe it was about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks. But I've already made $163 just by getting rid of stuff I already had. It is one of the most easiest side hustles you can do because everybody has clothes. And if you have a family, then you've got a whole family's worth of clothes that you can find things to purge or get rid of. And I used to mainly take it to Goodwill and then I'd write it off of all my taxes. Some things I would try to sell on eBay and whatnot. But Poshmark makes it so fast and simple. And they give you prepaid labels so you don't have to go and make your own labels. The money gets deposited into your Poshmark account as soon as the person receives the item and they acknowledge it. And most people get their items within 3 days. So you usually get the money in your bank account. You can either keep it in your Poshmark account to use for other things on Poshmark, or you can deposit into your bank account. So I've been putting it into my bank account, and I usually get the earnings from whatever I sell about 4 days after I make the sale. And it's just been really fun to do. It's been fun to partake in Poshmark parties and share listings, and it's super easy. If you go to makingitpaytostay.com/Poshmark, you can click a link, and if you enter the code Sherry_Stotler, SHERRI_STOTLER, you'll get $10 to spend in Poshmark. So you can probably get a new shirt or a cute pair of shoes or some jewelry or something like that for $10 completely free. So I definitely think you should sign up. And then not only can you save money getting clothes, some of them new, some of them used, some high-end, some basics, you can sell your own things on there. And the other thing I'm excited about is I've already sold 9 items. So I was averaging a little over about $17 in earnings per thing I've sold so far. And once I get to 10 things sold, I'll officially be a Poshmark ambassador, which means I can start buying things wholesale on Poshmark to resell. So I'm really excited about that. I'll keep you updated, but I did want to give you an update on where I am with that. And $163 is better than any tax deductions I get from the amount of clothes that I sold on Poshmark versus Goodwill. Okay, so let's get started with the review sites that are good for beginners who don't need a blog or anything else like that. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice, I think. All right, the first one is claimthegift.com. And I honestly can't remember where I first heard about this site, but I signed up. All you need to do is put your name and email address, but you want to use the email address you use for your Amazon account. What happens is about once a month, sometimes twice a month, but it's usually right around once a month, you'll get an email from the people at Claim the Gift for you to purchase and review a product on Amazon. Most of the things I've purchased and reviewed have been around the $70 mark. So you do pay initially for the product. It comes in 2 days. Most of them are Amazon Prime items. and you agree to try it out, leave a review, and then claimthegift.com will reimburse you to your PayPal account after you send them the review link and your PayPal email address, and they will reimburse you for all fees. So everything you paid, shipping, taxes, all of that, they'll reimburse you to your PayPal account. And what's really cool is if you really like the item, you can keep it. So it would basically be free. You got a $70 product for free. It only took 5 to 10 minutes of your time. Or if you don't really like the product or you don't think you're going to need it, after you get reimbursed, you can return the product and you'll be reimbursed from Amazon as well as a refund. So you basically got paid for 5 to 10 minutes of your time for nothing if you choose not to keep the product. So I really like this one. Some of the things that I've reviewed are projectors for watching movies and TV, what's it called? Trail camera. So both of those were pretty cool. I already had a projector, so I'm going to be returning that one. The trail cam we used for a while, and then we decided to go ahead and return it because we just didn't get enough trail action in our backyard. And we have camped, but there already are trail cameras there, so we really didn't need it. So I got paid $140 for about 20 minutes of my time. It was not a big deal to return it. Amazon gives you a label. You just slap it on the box and drop it off at the UPS store. And I have a UPS store near me, so it didn't take me really any time at all other than walking in and dropping it off there. I didn't have to really wait in line. I didn't have to go out of my way. It was already on the way to the grocery store I usually go to. So it was really easy and quite lucrative. So imagine $70 a month for a couple minutes of your time. I think that's a pretty cool side hustle. And like I said, if you want to keep it, and then you get free stuff. The next one I want to mention is Kaptara. If you go to Kaptara, Kapterra.com, and I'll be putting links for all of these in the show notes, you can get paid $5 per review of different software and platforms that you might use online. So some examples for that I have left reviews for are Microsoft Word, Google Drive, Trello, things like that. So anything that you do online that you might either have a subscription for or even just a free membership to, you can get paid $5 per review. It takes about 5 minutes to do, but you don't get cash, you get gift cards. And I always get Amazon gift cards. There's also a limit. I believe it's 5 per month that you can do. So what I do is I just pick a time, I sit down and I try to find 5 things that I've used. And you do have to actually have experience using them. Don't pick something that you haven't used and then give a fake review because that's fraud. So don't do that. But in my industry, not only do I have experience with the products that I have a subscription to and that I use for my own business and my clients, but 2 of my clients are agencies and they have a bunch of things that they use that I also use on an almost daily basis. So I have a wide variety of things that I can review. And I'm sure as more things get added and I try new software and subscription services, I will be able to increase that. But basically, you get $25 in Amazon gift cards for about a half an hour of your time. So that's $50 an hour. And that usually ends up putting a big chunk in the Amazon Subscribe and Save items that I get every month. So that's kind of nice. It's basically like half of the stuff that I get on a monthly basis through Amazon Subscribe and Save is now free just for 30 minutes of my time leaving some reviews. And it also helps other people. So you can, tell them what you like about the software, tell them what you don't like, if you would recommend it. And the only thing you need to have with that is an email address, a PayPal email address, and an Amazon account if you choose the Amazon gift cards. But they have other gift cards too. And they do like it if you have a LinkedIn account, because then you can make your reviews public, but you don't have to. You can be completely anonymous. So it's up to you. Definitely check that out there. That's Kaptara.com, Kapterra.com. The next thing I'd like to talk about that you can get all kinds of rewards for is Swagbucks. You can leave reviews through Swagbucks. You can also take surveys. They also give you Swagbucks for searching for different things or trying different things out. But reviews is one of the things that they do pay for. If you go to makingitpaytostay.com/swagbucks10, that's a 1 and a 0, you can get $10 when you sign up for Swagbucks with my link. And there's all kinds of neat things in there. Like I said, you can take surveys, you can do reviews, you can purchase things through there, kind of like Top Cashback or Ebates. You can upload receipts as well. If you get the app, you can upload receipts, kind of like some of the other grocery apps that I recommend in my blog, and I've mentioned in some of the previous podcast episodes. You can get points for that as well. So definitely check that out. Go to makingitpaytostay.com/swagbucks10, SWAGBUCKS, the number 1, the number 0, number 1, number 0, 10. All right. Another one you can sign up for to do reviews of is usertesting.com. Usertesting.com requires you to review websites that people submit and give them feedback as you go through their website while you're recording it. So you will need to have some kind of screen recording software on your computer. Zoom is a good one to use. If you don't have one already built in, you can download it for free. You can share the screen and record it while you're doing it. And then you just basically give people feedback on their websites and say what you like about it, what you don't like, what you would change, any suggestions you would make, how user-friendly it is, does it have good navigation, do the links work correctly, does everything look good? And you get $10 for a 20-minute video. So if you did 3 website reviews, that would be $30 an hour. So it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely something you can do. Sometimes they have an overabundance of websites that need reviewed, and sometimes they don't have much of anything. So it's kind of hit or miss. But if you log in frequently and just check to see if there's any websites to be reviewed, the income amount is unlimited. So if you have enough opportunities you can make a decent amount of money on the side doing something like that. The next one I want to mention is called TryOncom, TryAzon. And this is a company that would like to see people have some kind of an online presence. They won't specifically exclude you from different things, but if they really see that your online presence is hefty in one area or another, they're going to be more likely to choose you for different opportunities. And what it is basically you get samples or boxes that you can either have a party for, and you get a lot of inventory. You review things with your friends and you have a party, kind of like a home party, but you don't necessarily have to sell and things like that. But they like to get products out there and get a bunch of people's opinions on them. Or you can use something called their Try a Box, and you just get samples sent to you that you try, and then you share it on one of your social media platforms and you get to keep the stuff. So you don't necessarily get paid for this, but you do get to try out cool and new and neat things. So if you go to TryOncom, you can check that out. You can apply there. First, you have to apply for an account, which is totally free. And then you can apply for the different party boxes or individual boxes that you can try out for yourself and keep. And all you have to do is put a couple little comments on social media about whether you liked it or not, and you get to keep the stuff. Now, the next one that I wanted to tell you about isn't necessarily a review site, but it's something that I use fairly often to shop for different things on Amazon, and it's really cool because you get really deep discounts. So it's kind of like an honor system. The program's called VIPON. The website's called VIPON. And if you go to makingitpaytostay.com/VIPON, VIPON, you can sign up to create an account, use the same email account that you have through Amazon, and every day you can search through hundreds, if not thousands, of different products on Amazon and get a huge discount on them. So I actually checked out Vipond this morning. Again, that's VIPON. And I ordered a sweatshirt and some pajamas, and they were both $5 each. And they normally were around $30 on Amazon. So it was even more than a 50% discount. They have all sorts of things, from electronics to home decor to food items to clothing to pretty much anything you can possibly think of that Amazon has. What they do is they partner with different companies who sell on Amazon. And you can also, if you are an Amazon seller, you can partner with them. And it helps newer places get off the ground and get reviews. So they don't force you to leave a review for what you get from them or what you buy. But it is kind of nice because the whole purpose is to help new sellers out, or even established sellers move their inventory. You get really good discounts and they get more reviews, because the more reviews companies who sell on Amazon have, the more likely they are to show up in people's news feeds and algorithms. So I do like to leave reviews for things that I get from Vipond, just because it doesn't take me that long, and I did get something in exchange for my time, and I got a really, really deep discount. And Vipond's a great place to get stocking stuffers. So I definitely recommend that as well. I've gotten a lot of things every year for Christmas for my kids and for my nieces and nephews from Vipond. And it's budget friendly, so I can get them something that's, worth $15 for less than half of that. And I feel like they have got a great selection. So definitely check that one out as well. I will put links to all of these in the show notes. This is going to be a shorter episode. I'm planning on doing a much longer one for ways you can get paid for sponsored posts and reviews for bloggers and influencers. So of course, if you do have a blog and you do have a large social media following, the income potential for things like that is a lot higher. But these are still pretty decent side hustles you can do for just a little bit of your time and earn money or free stuff from it or cheap stuff from it. So I wanted to share that as kind of a little taster of the possibilities out there. And then in a future episode, I will delve into a lot more of sponsored posts and things like that. And it doesn't take a lot to throw up a blog. And it does take a lot nowadays to get a big social media following that are actual decent social media followers. And, you never want to buy likes or buy followers or anything like that. But with a little bit more effort, you could take something like this and make a really decent side income from it. So hopefully this helped, guys. Again, if you have not left me a rating or review, please do so in iTunes or wherever you listen to this podcast at. And if you want to be on the show, go to makingitpaytostay.com/voicemail. Again, definitely check out all these things and Poshmark and some of the other things I've mentioned in previous episodes. And if you haven't listened to the previous episodes, sometimes I mention ones in each episode, so you should listen to them all. You'll get a lot more ideas for making extra income on the side, or even turning your side hustle into a full-blown job, which is pretty cool. And that's kind of the whole point, or at least making extra money or spending less time working and more time on optimizing your ideal lifestyle. All right, guys, until next time, this is my side hustle.